Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now a 2nd and 10.
On the ball.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Look at the big man rumble. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards.
Here we go.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Ready.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Looking to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go, set. Dragon 60.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
52.
Second and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talked about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Let's go
From
now.
the 34 now, here's first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by Finn. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Ready.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Back to throw here. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal.
Check, Bobcat.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and 5. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Crack goal 80. Check, Panther.
Well, let's see where they turn on 3rd and goal from the 5. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Cougar 19. Mustang 19. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score and the defense. That is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Inside the 25. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Oh, nice move. And down inside the 15 he goes. is a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second and 9.
Ready.
Back to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Start. Hurt.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to extend their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after here coming up. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there, and this remains a 7-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last... Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Let's go now. 70 Rangers.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Ready up.
2nd and 10. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Running left is Walker. And running with power here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Ready, ready! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal! Hut, hut.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Ready!
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hut, hut.
It's out, it's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
Ready! Bring it! Reload! Reload! Hey! Hey! Liking 18!
Up the middle, here's Walker. Oh, look at the juke. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Ready!
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
Hurt, hurt.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
70 Timberwolves.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
The point after through the raindrops, something good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again, he'll drop to throw. That'll be caught by Cobb. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A three-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no three-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Ready?
Now a give, right side. Hankins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Ready, ready. Hurry, hurry.
Back to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw again. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they're going to speed things up here.
Clock, 10. Set.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Let's go, charge.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Fight, 60. Cut, cut.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready.
This now a 3rd and 4.
10 cycles. Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Robinson will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
67 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On the jump.
2nd down and 4.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this will stay a 2-score game at 16.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick. But let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still. Oh, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 56 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Ready?
Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
52. 10.
Now back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation.
On the set.
He'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter.
Let's go now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Go street.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Straight ahead, Walker. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Seahawks are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Down.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now he's loose again. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver or that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen?
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Come on.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Musgraves got it out right. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
60 Vikings. Go.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Let's go now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here we go.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hurry.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
22 needle. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Ready. 18, Pioneer. 70.
Hand off here to Walker. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 146 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Sticking with Walker on second down. There he goes left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 35 yards. And the Seahawks continue to pour it on here in the fourth. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Okay, break.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
On the ball.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Ready?
2nd and 4. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
43
Now they'll audible to something else. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Double, 38. Hut.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here we go.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Set, ready.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Street.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And quickly they get to the line.
Check back. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Ready.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Set.
A give left side to Robinson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll look to throw here. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ready.
Back to throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Reek Willen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready, ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Seahawks, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.
incredibly. I do this competitively, inevitably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions? Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this lame. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. I'm in on industry games. I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'm a good ass, so listen close when I say this. After every feel stainless. I can make a fiend go. Everything I wrote gon' smoke, so